There have been rumors of a Beckham family feud stemming from Brooklyn's wedding to actress Nicola Peltz, events like David Beckham's 50th birthday. What's your take on all of this?
To millions, it looks like David Beckham has finally given up on Brooklyn, like he just doesn't care anymore. In this video, we test that narrative by unpacking brand protection versus fatherhood, the boundary lines you can't see, and the one-message strategy behind the silence. Stick around for the 72-hour cooldown playbook and the crisis roles any family can copy.
There was some horrible stories that were difficult to deal with. It was the first time that me and Victoria had been put under that kind of pressure.
Why would a father step back when the world is watching? Because when your surname sits on stadiums, suits, and sponsorship decks, every private ripple becomes a public wave. A brand is a living balance sheet of trust, earned slowly, lost instantly. Reputation is compounding capital. One emotional post can cost partners, confuse fans, and rewrite headlines you don't control. The smartest move often looks cold from the outside and responsible from the inside. Guardrails aren't grudges, they're governance. People confuse boundaries with rejection, but healthy limits are invitations to clarity. Love without structure becomes chaos. Structure without love becomes control. Boundaries are love in a predictable form. Adults need expectations more than explanations. What's okay, what's not, and what happens if lines are crossed. The paradox? Firmer limits create safer relationships over time because everyone knows the rules. Calm is contagious. When a parent draws lines around brand, privacy, and timing, they're protecting the relationship from the crowd. Picture this. One comment becomes 5 replies, becomes 20 screenshots, becomes tomorrow's headline. Platforms reward escalation, not resolution. Silence isn't guilt, it's governance. The absence of a reaction denies algorithms their favorite fuel, fresh conflict. A well-timed pause shrinks a 72-hour inferno to a 24-hour flicker. It also buys space for private conversations where real change happens. Think like a pilot, not a passenger. Aviate, navigate, communicate in that order. Stabilize first. Imagine 2 timelines. In one, a statement hits millions and hardens everyone's stance. In the other, 3 difficult calls reduce the temperature and rebuild trust. Public apologies often become performances. Private conversations become repairs. Real listening can't happen with a comment section heckling from the balcony. Quiet is where nuance lives. When stakes are high, move the dialogue from feeds to phones to face-to-face. Proximity heals. Distance performs. Endorsements prize stability. Tabloids prize spectacle. One pays you for predictability, the other pays by provoking you. Pick stability every time. A predictable figure is easy to book, brief, and renew. A volatile figure forces legal reviews, crisis clauses, and nervous boards. The math is brutal. A single messy headline can vaporize a clean year of goodwill. Protect the pipeline that feeds your ventures, employees, and promises. That's not vanity, it's stewardship. Confusion lengthens crises. Clarity shortens them. The longer you talk, the more narratives you create for others to weaponize. One sentence, then stop. Make it values-anchored, specific enough to be meaningful, and boring enough to end the story. Curiosity fades when there's nothing new to chew. Consistency is a sedative for scandal. Set the tone, own the line, and let time do the heavy lifting. Who are you talking to? The person you love or the crowd you fear? Public performance feels productive, but it hardens positions and invites side choosers who don't live with the consequences. Private rooms lower the temperature, raise the honesty, and shorten the problem's half-life. Pick the private room. If reconciliation is the goal, move the conversation from posts to DMs to voice within an hour. No subtweets, no sources, no leaks. Influence follows intimacy, not applause. Every reply resets the 24-hour clock. Every clarification spawns fresh speculation. Algorithms feast on novelty, not accuracy. So your best proof often looks like silence. Starve the loop. Treat attention like fire. Contain, don't fan. Before you speak, pass 3 gates. Is it new? Is it necessary? Is it aligned with core values? 2 no's, end the thread. Debunk. Addressing rumors rarely ends rumors. It archives them. Circle 1, core family. Circle 2, business and partners. Circle 3, public. Sequence reduces damage. Reverse the order and you multiply harm. Hurt people, spooked partners, louder headlines. Prioritize the humans you'll see at dinner, then the stakeholders who signed contracts, then everyone else. That order keeps trust intact where it matters most and reduces the other circle's oxygen. The right sequence is half the strategy. If you want more smart breakdowns of public crises and private strategy, hit subscribe and drop boundaries in the comments so I know you're here for part 2. Actionable takeaway? Commit to learning these rules before you need them. Save this video and write your own 3-circle protocol tonight. Picture a hard no now versus a tabloid spiral later. One stings in private, the other scars in public and costs real money. Short pain, long respect. Saying, "I won't enable this," protects both person and platform, the relationship and the reputation. Boundaries aren't punishment, they're prevention. When the brand funds jobs, charities, or family projects, discipline becomes stewardship. That's leadership. Attention can't be destroyed, only redirected or contained. Redirect beats wrestle. Instead of refuting every rumor, point to stable, values-aligned activity. Work, philanthropy, routine. Momentum follows focus. Offer neutral talking points to allies, short, boring, repeatable. Debunk, all press is good press, is false when your value is trust. Trust monetizes. Chaos discounts. Unassigned crises become group chats with megaphones. Too many voices, more noise. Designate 3 roles. 1 spokesperson, external line. 1 drafter, writes the line. 1 mediator, handles private logistics between parties. Everyone else stays dark. No quotes, no DMs, no friend of the family leaks. Centralize intake to 1 inbox and log every inquiry. Process reduces panic. Pre-decide escalation thresholds so no one guesses under pressure. A tidy chain of command shortens storms. Apologies aimed at headlines are performances. Apologies aimed at people are repairs. One soothes the crowd, the other heals the wound. Don't blend them. The right order is private remorse to specific amends to consistent behavior. Then, if necessary, a short public note that reflects what already happened offline. Skip the melodrama. Specificity builds trust. Vagueness invites skepticism. If your apology reads like a slogan, it is. Quiet repairs stick.
Most blow-ups shrink on a clock if you stop feeding them. Imagine day 1 chaos, day 2 fatigue, day 3 silence. Time is strategy. A single holding line plus 3 days of disciplined quiet denies the algorithm novelty and gives real conversations room to work. Schedule check-ins at 24, 48, and 72 hours to decide if the line holds or needs a surgical update. Resist the itch. Urgency is a liar. When family and business intertwine, one spark can jump compartments, build fire breaks, separate social accounts, teams, legal entities, and passwords. Pre-approve messaging that cannot be edited on the fly. Operational continuity beats PR battles. Vendors, partners, and staff need boring predictability. 2 truths, 1 choice. Drama scales fast, discipline compounds faster. Choose discipline. Ring-fence cash flows and comms so headlines don't halt payroll. Leaders safeguard the engine. You can fix the relationship without relaunching the narrative. Announce nothing.
demonstrate change privately. Regular calls, shared meals, agreed boundaries, and let the public infer stability from routine, not declarations. A "we're good now" post invites fresh commentary and screenshot archaeology. Don't hand out matches. Quiet consistency beats public closure. No victory laps. Whether you're a local business or a global brand, the rules rhyme. Fewer statements, tighter roles, slower pulses. Write it down before you need it. A family SOP turns chaos into checklists. Boundary scripts, the one-line policy, the 3 circles order, and who gets the phone at 2 a.m. Systems beat storms. Preparation is compassion. Consistency outperforms clapbacks. The strongest signal after turmoil is normal work done well repeatedly. Return to training, projects, philanthropy without commentary. Post your craft, not the conflict. A calm feed a strategy, not denial. Momentum returns where attention goes. Quiet power. When it looks like a father stopped caring, remember, sometimes love shows up as structure, silence, and a single line that ends the fire. If this gave you a clearer playbook, boundaries, 3 circles, 72-hour cooldown, stick around for what's next. Up next, a copy-ready 10-line crisis template and the exact roles to assign so your family never freelances a meltdown again. If you're into smart, calm strategy, tap subscribe and drop "quiet power" in the comments so I know you're here for part 2. Not professional advice. Consult a qualified expert as needed.